Welcome back to the channel, guys. I've got breaking news. Unfortunately, we've had two active shooting incidents in this country in the last pretty much 12 hours. One in my home state, North Carolina. This lunatic dude just walks into a restaurant and just shoots up unsuspecting patrons and kills 3 people, takes out from there and gets caught by authorities, and he's in custody right now. As far as we know, there's not another suspect out there. And this dude is battling with mental health issues. He is a prior Iraq veteran and filed some sort of a conspiracy type lawsuit against the state, changed his name in 2023 from one thing to another. Doesn't sound like a stable person, but I don't need all that information to come to that conclusion. Anybody goes into a place and just shoot up random people like that, they're obviously not stable. But anyways, that's one incident. The other one that just happened about a couple hours ago in Michigan, unfortunately, this crazy dude just drives his car through the double doors of a church while church is in session, exits his vehicle and starts spraying into those folks inside the church praying, shoots 10 people. As far as I know, 2 people are dead at the time of recording this video, and the bad guy is also dead. Responding police officers get to the scene and get into a gunfight with this guy and kills him. The whole church was on fire. They're still trying to battle the flames. And what the authorities are telling us, that this guy just went and started the fire and then drove into the church. So as far as we know, what we're being told, unfortunately, there are some folks inside that fire. They're trapped and they're expecting more casualties, more people losing their lives, unfortunately. So, and what we know about this guy is 40-year-old dude. We don't know his name. They haven't released it yet, at least at the time of recording this video. And he used an AR-15, which the police chief said,
an assault rifle.
An assault rifle, which I don't like that word. I know you probably don't either. An assault rifle this is what they call it. This is an assault rifle. And what is an assault rifle, really? Just let me know in the comment section. What do you think an assault rifle is? It's an AR-15, and people are saying that we need to ban those assault rifles because a lot of people are just losing their lives. Now, banning guns, unfortunately, however you look at it, is not the answer. I'm a huge believer of Second Amendment. Everybody has a right to defend themselves, and nobody should be able to take that God-given right away from them. It is the people behind that gun. But you know what? If you don't believe me that you want to save lives, you're a compassionate person, and so am I. Let's talk about this. Based on gun death statistics, the whole assault rifle long gun statistics based on FBI's crime reporting is about 3% on average each year. I know this changes, but about 3%. And this 3% includes, obviously, people offing themselves, law enforcement shooting, mostly justified, and people just defending themselves, and also, obviously, homicides as well. When we just remove the homicides, the bad things, right? The other stuff is good. Well, except people offing themselves, unfortunately. The homicides, well, that's under 1%. So by banning the assault rifles, you would technically be affecting this whole gun deaths less than 1%. Handgun deaths, over 90% in this country. Nobody's saying that, hey, we got to ban handguns. There's gun-free zones, obviously. We see that in Chicago and a bunch of other places. And we see the situations in those areas. It doesn't work all that well. If we really look at it in this country, the gun-free zones have a lot of gun violence because bad guys don't care about it. But that's, I don't want to get in there. But let's just watch the authorities talk about the whole Michigan shooting.
During this incident, what we know right now is that a 40-year-old suspect from Burton, he's a male, he drove his vehicle through the front doors of the church. He then exited his vehicle, firing several rounds at individuals within the church. 10 gunshot victims have been transported to local hospitals at this time, including one who has been deceased. Officers who were trained immediately responded to the area. One was a DNR officer, and then one was a Grand Blanc Township officer, where they met the suspect and they engaged in gunfire with that particular individual, neutralizing that suspect, and that suspect is no longer with us. As I said, it is a 40-year-old male from Burton. During all this incident as well, there was a fire that occurred, and we believe that was deliberately set by the suspect. We do believe that we will find additional victims once we have that scene secure. That fire was just extinguished by the Grand Blanc Township Fire Department within the past hour.
So you guys see, unfortunately, multiple people were shot, and there's some more casualties on its way. So how's the investigative process going to work in this case that I can speak on myself? Well, the FBI is going to treat this, obviously, as domestic terrorism. So FBI's counterterrorism unit in that field office from Michigan, some of the residence agencies in the field office, probably the Bureau is going to send a bunch of agents there to go ahead and assist this place. Obviously, Michigan State Police is going to get involved. The county is going to get involved. A bunch of different law enforcement agencies will be involved. What they're going to do right now is immediately, as always, when there's an incident, first thing is to make the scene safe. So you get in there, you make sure the suspect, right? You get into a gunfight with one suspect, doesn't mean there's not going to be another suspect. So you have to completely make sure the scene is safe, good to go, no more threat. Then you have your paramedics get in there, pick up victims, whatever, aid people. And then once all of that thing is taken care of, that's an active crime scene. The crime scene will be secured, and then they're going to start processing that crime scene as well as start interviewing all those witnesses, whether on scene or at the hospital or somewhere else. So the investigation is going to be just like that. Lots of interviews, a lot of people will be talked to, and a lot of the CCTV footage is going to be checked out to see where this suspect was coming from, all of his moves. And from there, they're obviously going to collect a lot of evidence on scene as well and see if the suspect, find out basically who the suspect is, how he was, what his ideologies were, all of that stuff. So a lot of information. His digital footprint online, was there any accomplices? Maybe not on scene, but online. Was he radicalized by somebody? What happened? What was his exact motive? They're going to uncover all of that stuff. And from there, they're going to actually match those victims, the bullets on scene, which I'm sure the FBI's ERT, evidence response team, is going to help process that scene. And the reason for that is, number one, FBI obviously has a lot of tools that local state agencies don't have. Got a big budget and good techniques, plenty of resources. They'll share that with those agencies over there. And at the same time, this is going to be an FBI investigation, so therefore they'd have their people do that stuff. And so they'll identify, they're going to do a lot of forensic testings on they're going to match the bad guy's rifle to any of those victims, any of those bullets that are found on scene. Is there another gunman, another gun, or any of those rounds came from maybe officers that potentially hit any of the victims, let's just say. They're going to do all of that stuff, completely reconstruct the entire scene and go from there. So the FBI's Joint Terrorism Task Force, JTTF, is going to be involved in this case. When there is a huge scene like this, in my career, I did respond to one active shooting incident in Illinois, Aurora PD. Aurora PD responded, and I went there as a crime scene investigator for the state police. And they're nasty scenes, guys. The stuff that you see in there is just horrible. I was on that scene for pretty much 24 hours. It was pretty much one of the saddest things I've seen. Scene is probably going to be active for quite some time. I don't know, but it could be days that they're probably going to be in that scene, just processing it, make sure they're not missing anything. And that's going to be it, guys. So obviously, there's going to be a lot of political discussions on the internet from the right, from the left. People are going to talk about guns again because there's at least a couple of incidents that happened in the last 12 hours. Charlie Kirk incident, everybody knows. Charlie was murdered by a gun. And, well, I know there's some conspiracy theories out there, but I'm a firm believer it was a gun. Anyways, moving on from there. And there's some other incidents happening throughout the country. And I'm sure this is going to be utilized as a political talking point by folks who are against guns. What do you guys think? I just want to share this news, bad news, sad news with you guys. And let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And guys, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, if you like my content, please consider subscribing. I'm trying to grow this channel out. I will continue to do commentary stuff for you guys on this channel, give you guys news, give you guys my personal opinion on certain things. I will be making gun content. I do use Instagram as well, Copper Kaya, so you guys are welcome to follow me on there too. But anyways, stay safe out there, guys. Keep your heads on a swivel and be vigilant. Always strap legally, obviously. Make sure you guys are safe because nobody takes care of you better than you. Anyways, I'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks for tuning in.